Get her. Well, hello, you beautiful piece of lovely thing.
Are you all right?
Never better. Come, come. So what did you want to talk to me about?
Well, I saw Basil today, and he was telling me about these wonderful new opportunities in the new town. And he said... Prem? Prem?
I'll do my best to make it look like an accident, of course, but I still can't guarantee it won't look like sabotage.
This is one of the biggest houses. I thought you'd be pleased.
Pleased?
But this is the future, Megan. Yours and mine.
You've some sort of miracle pills.
They're not exactly a cure for everything.
Let me try them at least.
Of course! Your mother had to be involved. This has her meddling fingerprints all over it.
It's the Colliery Prim. Owen's collapsed. It's all set. So that would make it 8 o'clock.
Dan, what's the matter?
I've brought your box back.
I don't understand. Have I upset you in some way?
Dr. Sharma's put my dad on sick leave. He won't be earning any money now, so I'm going to have to find a job.
You're leaving school?
Dad says we won't have a roof over our heads if he can't work.
Let's think about this. There must be some way that we can get some financial help or...
Dad!
Thanks for everything you've done for me.
Dan!
Hey! Hey! What are you doing? Hey, stop!
Basil Thomas. Yes. Yes? Everything's under control. No, but that was never going to happen overnight, now was it? And Mr. Graham. He's the inspector, advises the board on closures. He's in my pocket. I'm confident we'll have the results we want by the end of the week. Pleased you could make it. Your husband not with you?
No, he's on his rounds.
Of course, of course. Well, let's get you a cup of tea, shall we? Robert, tea for Carbonet, please. Maybe you could show these to your husband. You think he'd be interested?
I think he might need a bit of persuading.
Nothing wrong with a little caution. Cut from the same cloth as myself, but I'd hoped you'd both be interested in the new medical practice. Certainly we'll be looking for an intelligent and experienced practice manager. That's something that might appeal to you.
Yes.
Good.
Yes, of course.
Well, I've been keeping this back for you. I know how disappointed you were to lose out on the manor house, but this is a fine residence befitting the local doctor and his wife. Of course, it would also make an ideal home for a family.
Would it be possible for me to keep this?
Certainly.
I'll speak with my husband tonight.
Excellent. I'll see how Robert's doing with that tea. Little house call for you there, I think. Chance to flex those.
Mr. Daniels, have you seen any of my pens? I appear to have lost all of them.
A place for everything, and everything in its place.
Got your dinner money?
You should see Dr. Sharma.
I'm fine.
No, you're not. You're always short of breath, and I can hear you coughing every night. I'll come with you.
You're not missing school because of me.
No doctor, no school.
There must be a lot of upkeep on an old place like this.
Oh, Mr. Tom.
That's probably a bit cold by now. Let me make you another slice.
It's all right.
Well, what about an egg then? Or a piece of bacon?
Stop fussing. I don't want anything. I'm fine. Just don't need to be late for work making me breakfast.
Listen, Megan. I'll be honest with you. I think I know why you're like this. You're scared that there's something seriously wrong with you. That's why you won't let Prem take a look at you.
There's nothing wrong with me. Don't worry. I just want you to stop going on about it, that's all.
All right. If that's...
Guess who?
Robert?
For your hubby.
For Emlyn?
For you. Come on, Valley's girl. Catch up.
No, don't sign your life away. No, anything for forces for a no, yes, get back. This is no, lies. No, yes, come. All right, now, I'm sure you can make up your own minds. Intelligent people as you are. Go on, yes, just take a seat inside. I'll be right in. And remember, you're under no obligation. All right, lads. You've had your fun. Don't you think it's time for Betty pies?
You can't make us leave. This is a democracy. We have our rights.
Yeah, well, I know how disappointed you were to lose out on the manor house, but this is a fine residence befitting the local doctor and his wife. Of course, it would also make an ideal home for a family.
Would it be possible for me to keep this?
Certainly.
I'll speak with my husband tonight.
Excellent. I'll see how Robert's doing with that too. Little house call for you there, I think. Chance to flex those charm muscles.
You were doing a pretty good job of it yourself.
You need to get Carmony's husband on side. He's a well-loved doctor. Better to have him on our team than to play against him. Oh, and bring a bottle of Dad's malt along with you. These Indians are useless without them.
I'm taking these with me. Mr. Rowlands, please don't accept any medication that hasn't been prescribed for you and by a doctor. I'll check up on you soon.
You take care, Doctor. They'll be waiting for you, you know.
Mr. Rowlands, I've already explained. They're just sheep. Just doing normal sheep things. It was the tablets.
Run along like good little boys. I'm going to take your banner and I'm going to shove it up your Che Guevara. You understand?
Come on, Aled. I'll buy you half in the pub.
I think you should listen to your friend, Bob Dylan, over there.
Call me what you like, Mr. Thomas. But I bet I sleep better than you at night.
I thought you might like to see this.
Feels like 100 years ago.
That's the pink dress you wore on our first date. Remember that?
You have a better memory than I have. She didn't fall off the cliff.
I really don't know. We searched for months. You think I'm crazy, but every time I'm near the sea, I swear I can hear her calling me.
What was her name?
Her name? Bridget. Her name was Bridget.
Excuse me.
And to think it will all have been for nothing.
What do you mean?
This new town, Sean, it's an absolute gold mine.
Gold mine?
But if the people of Trevelyan don't take up the offer, then it will be made available to everybody else.
Everyone else who has that sort of money.
Oh, money. I'm not after anybody's money, Sean, not yet. All they have to do to secure a deposit for a brand new house is hand me the deeds to their old property, and by the time the outside world gets to hear, they'll be sitting on a small fortune.
Come in.
Guess who?
Robert?
For your hubby.
For Emlyn?
For you. Come on, Valley's girl. Catch up.
No, Dave, don't shut your life away. No, Dave, this is for a forces for a blow. Yes, get past. This is for a lies. But nothing but lies. No, Dave, come. All right, now, I'm sure you can make up your own minds. Intelligent people as you are. Go on, yes, just take a seat inside. I'll be right in. And remember, you're under no obligation.
All right, lads. You've had your fun. Don't you think it's time for Betty pies?
You can't make us leave. This is a democracy. We have our rights.
Yeah, we're antichrists.
You what?
We're
Anarchists. He means anarchists.
Well, whatever you are, I also have a right to run a legitimate business. And unless you run along like good little boys, I'm going to take your banner and I'm going to shove it up your Che Guevara. You understand?
Come on, Aled. I'll buy you half in the pub.
I think you should listen to your friend Bob Dylan over there.
Call me what you like, Mr. Thomas. But I bet I sleep better than you at night.
I thought you might like to see this.
Feels like 100 years ago.
That's the pink dress you wore on our first date. Remember that?
You have a better memory than I have.
Mr. Rollins! Mr. Rollins, are you in there?
Who is it?
It's Dr. Sharma. Could you open the door, please?
No. They push their way in.
There's no one here except for me.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I can hear them.
Hear who?
Them. And they're begging for my blood. Listen to them.
I can only hear some sheep.
Exactly.
Mr. Rollins, if you open the door, maybe I can have the...
I was so drunk at that party.
Yes, we'd had those liqueurs you'd stolen from your dad's drinks cabinet.
Look at my hair. Look at Emlyn's hair.
Oh.
We must have had the same hairdresser. I couldn't believe it when I heard you got married to him.
Life is full of surprises.
I bet you he couldn't believe his luck.
Megan, I bought you a lovely crystal slice.
We're just looking at some old photos.
How are you, Emlyn? Fine, thank you. Did you find out what happened to that lady Smalls?
Who, Smalls?
Emlyn had to solve the mysterious case of the missing brassiere today, didn't you?
Turns out it was the husband who'd stolen them. He had them on when we arrived. I'll go and put your custard slice in the fridge.
I better go. Now, you keep that. Till the next time.
Come on, ladies! Hurry up, Ivor! Come on!
My lovely babysitter. Sobered up yet?
Stop it now! I hope you mind. I've brought some friends with me. I thought they might benefit from a more detailed explanation of the opportunities available to us all.
It would be my pleasure.
Go on, go and have another look. Go on.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, how can I do your service?
Good.
First she wanted a better barn. Then she wanted me to stop the other sheep from looking her in the eye.
Look left for me, please. And right. When did these feelings start?
About a week ago. Everything was going great. I'd even started taking some vitamin pills. I felt on top of the world.
I'm sorry, vitamin pills?
Someone camping on one of my fields given to me.
Can I see them, please?
He didn't have enough money on him to pay me, so he gave me these. I have to say, they made a difference in about half an hour.
Mr. Rollins, these aren't vitamin pills. These contain LSD. It's hallucinogenic. And it's also prescribed for a Mr. K. Moon.
Oh.
Make the change from this morning. I knew I could rely on Sean for a complete lack of discretion. Ah, pretty woman, stage left. Carmody, it's so pleased you could make it. Your husband not with you?
No, he's on his rounds.
Of course, of course. Well, let's get you a cup of tea, shall we? Robert, tea for Carmody, please. Maybe you could show these to your husband. You think he'd be interested?
I think he might need a bit of persuading.
Nothing wrong with a little push, cut from the same cloth as myself, but I hoped you'd both be interested in the new medical practice. Certainly we'll be looking for an intelligent and experienced practice manager. That's something